Hi friend, and welcome to today's practice where we are focusing on the sacral chakra. Now, as a Reiki master, it's so important for me to educate my clients about the energy centers in the body called chakras. Now, if you were unfamiliar with the sacral chakra, it is located right at the navel, that belly button. Our reproductive organs, our kidneys, our bladder is all housed in this area. Now, how you may be able to identify if your sacral chakra is blocked is you may be feeling a little kind of just stuck and heavy kind of in this area. And I'm not talking physically, I'm talking energetically. You may notice you're not as creative. You may feel some depression here. A lot of emotions are stored in this area. You may also notice some lower back pain here as well, and that can all be signs of that energy being blocked. It's so important for us to keep good energy flowing in all chakras, but especially that sacral chakra, because that is what allows us to have those creative juices flowing for us to experience true, pure joy and also abundance. So if you are enjoying these videos, please subscribe, hit that like button, and leave in the comments below what you are enjoying, because I love connecting with you. If you're not already in a seated position, yogi, go ahead and meet me there, and let's begin today's practice. So find those sit bones and let's sit well. And what I mean by that is we press down to lift up. Notice when you do, you have that nice, tall, long spine. I like to think about a string pulling out the crown of my head. And let's place those hands on that navel. Gently close the eyes, relax the shoulders, and start to take some deep, deep breaths here into the belly. Feel that abdomen extend. And on that exhale, feel the belly button pull back in towards the spine. And just really quiet the mind. Focus the attention on each inhale and exhale. And just check in and notice how you feel. Can you actually feel the energy flowing, or does it feel stagnant? Setting the intention today to bring all of the healing, love, and energy to this area. When you're ready, release the hands to the knees, gently open the eyes, and let's begin with some nice seated cat-cows. You can start to connect the breath here. That inhale is that cow, and that exhale is that cat. As you inhale, feel that heart, that sternum lift up towards the sky. And as you exhale, feel yourself rounding through the back, that navel pulling towards the spine. A few more here. Just simply allow your breath to guide you, whatever feels best. And when you're ready, yogi, meet me in that centered, seated position. Excellent. Give yourself some shoulder rolls here. Just loosening up that upper body. Yes, this nice gentle flow. We're going to hold in these postures today for a few breaths. Maybe you roll the shoulders forward and back. Just start to feel it. Oh, so good. Let's bring those hands together and just gently do a nice wave with those wrists. Not going to be on them a lot today, but we still want to give them the love. And here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, rotate over towards the right, framing that right knee. Both hands go down towards the floor if it's accessible. Still standing tall. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, rotate over now towards the left. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, give yourself those cactus goalpost arms. Opening that chest. One more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open it up. Good job. And reach up and meet me into that tabletop position. Take a moment to yield into the earth here, no rush at all. And press the hips back, tuck the toes underneath, and meet me in that down dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Maybe you take a moment to pedal the legs here, opening those hips a little bit. Maybe you take a cleansing breath, whatever you need. And center that down dog. Look between the hands, walk to the top of the mat, halfway lift, long flat back. Exhale, bend the knees if you need to, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, reverse swan dive, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands, heart center, Samastheta Tahi. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, meet me in that high plank position. Look forward, shift forward, lower to the knees, untuck the toes. Exhale, lowers you down. Press the toenails into the earth, squeeze the thighs. Inhale, lifts you up, baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes underneath, take it back for that down dog. Ground into that left foot, sweep that right foot back for that 3-point down dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant that right foot, lower that left knee, untuck the left toe. Inhale, reach the arms up for that low lunge. This is where we are beginning to connect with that sacral chakra. Take a few breaths here, squeeze that right thigh, shifting those hips forward, and just breathe. Feeling that nice back bend happening here. Palms can touch if that's accessible. If not, that's okay. Just rotate the pinkies up towards the sky. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Toes come up towards the sky. Right heel stays down. Give yourself that half split. Really engage here, feeling that sacral chakra working for you, pulling that right femur bone into the hip socket. Think about bringing that left hip slightly forward, squaring those hips. Just breathe. Bend that right knee here if you need to, that's a-okay. Work on having that long, flat back here. We're not hunching and arching over. Great job. Plant that right foot down, tuck that left toe up underneath, runner's lunge. Inhale, reach up, open up to that warrior two. It's now that heel to arch alignment. Those fingertips are reaching out. Feel that scapula pulling apart. Squeeze that left thigh. You're pressing into the blade of that left foot, not allowing that left arch to collapse. One more breath here. Can you reach those fingertips a little further? That drishti, that gaze is looking at those right fingertips. Reverse that warrior. That right arm comes back towards that right ear, bringing that left palm behind you, still squeezing both thighs, working on opening the hips here. One more breath. Inhale, release back to that warrior two. This time, yogi, we're coming into that goddess or fierce pose. I'll turn this way so you can see. Lengthen the legs, rotate the toes in to bring you to the long side of the mat. Now we're taking the toes and knees out to face outward, and they want to keep everything in the same direction. Goalpost arms as you take those hips down, bending parallel, thighs parallel towards the earth. Yes, squeezing the thigh, pressing into the blade of those feet. That sacrum is falling straight and true down to the earth. Can you squeeze the thighs a little more? I know you may be burning. That is A-okay. You've got it right here. Reach up, star. And bring the arms down. Step to the top of the mat, mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees if you need it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back to that high plank and hold. Look forward, shift forward, lower to the knees. Untuck the toes. Exhale, yogi lowers you down. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Inhale, lifts you up for that baby cobra, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the toes underneath for that down dog. Take a moment here, yogi. Strong yogi grip into the mat. The hips are lifting up and back. Yes. Pressing those heels down towards the earth. Maybe they touch, maybe they never do, and that is A-okay. Pulling that navel into the spine. Checking in now. Are you noticing any shifts? And the energy here. Ground into that right foot. Sweep that left foot back for that 3-point down dog. Squeeze the thigh. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah. Plant that left foot. Lower that right knee. Untuck that right toe. Inhale. Guide yourself up for that low lunge. Enjoy this well-deserved stretch here. Really squaring those hips, breathing into the lower abdomen. Maybe you take that back bend back a little more. Inhale creates that space. Exhale guides you back more. Again, palms can touch or they can be shoulder distance, whatever you need here. And let's frame that left foot, take it back for that half split. Left toes towards the sky, left heel stays down. Elongating that left leg here, option to bend that knee if you need it, that's A-okay. Focusing on that nice flat back, pulling that navel to spine. Think about, again, pulling that left femur now into that hip socket, bringing that right hip slightly forward, keeping everything squared. More breath here. Amazing work. And give yourself that runner's lunge. The left foot goes down. Tuck those right toes underneath. Squeeze. Hold just a moment. Inhale. Guide yourself up for that warrior two. It's that heel to arch alignment. You're reaching those fingertips apart, squeezing and engaging the thighs, especially that right thigh, pressing into the blade of that right foot, not collapsing the arch in that right foot. You've got it. Feel that scapula pulling apart, that drishti, that gaze is looking over those left fingertips. Let's reverse the warrior. That left bicep comes to that left ear. That right arm comes behind you. That drishti is looking up. 2 more breaths here. Really squeeze. Letting any emotions go. You may notice you feel emotional. That is A-okay. Honor where you are. Inhale, warrior two. Bring the arms back parallel. Stretch out that left leg. Turn the toes inward towards the long side of the mat. If you have no sciatic issues, slightly turn the toes inward. Here we go. Wide leg forward fold. Take the bind behind you. Clasp the fingers. If that's not accessible, you can take a hold of those forearms. Inhale lifts you up to create that space. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Nice long spine. Think about a flashlight shining through your heart, shining towards me. Beautiful. Now, when you are ready, you can start to bring those knuckles over the back of the head towards the floor. Think about a paperweight. Bend the knees if you need to. If those legs are straightened, yogi, squeeze the thighs. You're gently rolling onto the balls of the feet here. That heart is shining towards the earth. That gaze is looking back into the horizon. I personally had a huge emotional release in this posture during my yoga teacher training, and it was such a beautiful healing moment for me. So again, if you feel that happening, I encourage you to let it go. Now listen carefully here, yogi. Inhale, guide yourself up. Do not release the bind yet. Keeping that nice long spine, heart energy shining forward towards me. And once you are almost all the way up, gently release that bind and step the feet into each other and meet me at the top of the mat. Here we go. Go ahead and take it down, bending down, and find that seated position. We're going to go into that Western intense stretch here. So find those sit bones, maybe rock back and forth a little bit. Now squeeze the thighs. Think about pressing the heels away from you. You might notice your toes come towards you and your heels may lift off of the earth, squeezing everything in towards the midline. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, nice long spine, and grab wherever it is accessible. Bend the knees if you need to. Maybe you take a hold of the shins. Maybe you reach for those feet. Beautiful. Really work on keeping that long spine here. Inhale creates that space. Exhale, take yourself deeper into the posture. Beautiful. Notice the compression you feel here at that sacral chakra. Always allowing your breath to guide you. I simply direct, but you are in control of your practice, your breath. Great job. One more breath. Can you compress a little deeper? And gently release, long spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, lower the palms down by the side. Great job. Now let's take it into a bridge here. So you can bend the knees and then gently guide that upper body down to the earth. Now we're going to move the arms here with this. And just so you have an overview, inhale is lifting and reaching the arms back. Ready? And let's begin. Inhale, lift the seat, reach the arms back behind the head. Exhale, arms come back down by the side, lower the seat to the earth. Inhale, lift up. Yes, squeeze the thighs. Exhale, lowers you down. Feel every vertebrae come down to the earth. Inhale, press richly into the heels. Exhale, lowers you down. Just a few more here. Inhale, lift up. Can you squeeze the thighs in towards the midline a little more? Exhale, gently lower down. Two more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lowers you down. One more. Inhale, reach up. And final exhale, lowers you down. Let's roll over onto the tummy here and enjoy a nice Sphinx pose. So just as you are in a cobra here, but this time we're bringing the elbows underneath those shoulders. The palms are flat on the earth and just lift the chest up. So think about that heart again shining in front. Keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed away from the ears. The toenails are pressing into the earth. And the reason we focus on the Sphinx pose here is because this is working with the kidneys. Notice that compression in the low back again. This is a great posture to detoxify those kidneys as well. Let's take two more deep breaths here. Feel that navel pressing into the earth as you feel that inhale expand the lungs. And one more. Great work. And when you're ready, yogi, maybe you take one more breath, honor what you need, tuck the toes underneath and press it back into that down dog. Take a moment here. Again, maybe you choose to pedal the legs, just let anything go that may be stuck and stagnant in those hips. And you're amazing. Good job. Check in a moment, remembering that intention. How are you already feeling different? And when you're ready, ground into that left foot, sweep that right foot back. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah. This time, take it down for that pigeon. So that right foot and that right knee comes down to the earth. Now, if you want to use a yoga block to place it underneath that right glute for that additional support, roll up a blanket, use a pillow, whatever you need. And if it's accessible, you can join me by walking that chest closer to the earth. I personally can tell I needed this one today. Good job. And it's really important in this pigeon pose to not focus on rolling over to the right side, right? We're rolling everything in towards the midline. 2 more breaths here. Sometimes during my practice, it's a little slower like these. I enjoy closing my eyes and I can really feel and see the energy flowing through my body. And if you were on the forearms with me, you can walk up and press into the palms, tuck the left toes underneath, bring it back into that cheetah, 3-point down dog, and lower down to that down dog. And now let's focus on that left side. Ground into that right foot, sweep that left foot back, keeping that hip internally rotated. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah, and lower down. That left leg down and walking that right leg back. Again, taking the support of whatever you need today. Maybe you're using that block underneath. And again, notice the difference from one side to the other. Personally, for me, my right side felt a little tighter today. And really work on that compression again, but we're also really opening that glute. A lot of times lower back pain can actually come from the glutes, and remembering that the energy of those emotions can get trapped in that low back as well. So we're supporting so much here in this beautiful pigeon pose together today. 1 more breath. If you were lowered with me, press back into the palms. Tuck those right toes under. Bring that left knee to nose. Take it back for that 3-point down dog and lower back for that down dog. Amazing job. And when you're ready, meet me in that plank position. And exhale, lower yourself down to the mat. And roll over onto your back. Find that nice spine. Just a few more here. Maybe you hug the knees into the chest. And now bring those knees in a tabletop position. I really want you to focus on having the knees in line with the hip because that's what's going to protect that low back. Totally up to you if you want to have those goddess arms, that goalpost, or you can extend the arms out to the side like a T. And when you're ready, exhale, guide the knees ever so gently over to the right. Again, being mindful of that low back here. If you need to place a block or blankets or a bolster underneath that right knee to help support, you are more than welcome to. It's important, yogi, for us to really have that balance and that yin and yang, that feminine, that masculine energy in the body. The sacral chakra can also be associated with our sexuality and pleasures of life as well. So breathe deeply and feel the energy flow. When you're ready, gently guide those knees back up to the sky. And on your next exhale, guide it over to the left, keeping the knees in line with the hip here. Again, taking your option to support those knees, that low back. We always want to stay in the sukha, that good space. We're not creating tension, we're releasing tension. Relax the jaw, relax the forehead. And we associate the sacral chakra with the color orange. So maybe you even see the color today during your practice. When you're ready, inhale, guide the knees back up. Take the feet flat to the earth and gently windshield wiper the knees side to side, bringing that spine back to neutral. And for our Savasana today, we are enjoying that supine Baddha Konasana. So those feet are together. Those knees are wide. You may know this as butterfly. And feel every vertebrae pressing down to the earth. Place those palms on the sacral chakra at that navel. Just relax and breathe. Savasana. And stay here as long as you wish. Or you can join me by rolling over onto your favorite side for that fetal position. And press down into the palm. Gently guide yourself up and back to that seated position. Finding those sit bones exactly where we began this practice. Take a moment, place those hands back on that sacral chakra. Maybe you close the eyes and notice any difference that you feel. And you know, if you don't feel different right away, please give yourself grace. That is okay. Just as it happens in Reiki, things, take time. And this may take some time as well to unblock any stagnant energy you may have. Let's bring those hands, heart center, prayer position. Thank you again, Yogi, so much for being here. I appreciate you. If you have any questions about the sacral chakra or the chakra system in general, please reach out, leave it in the comments below, and subscribe. I appreciate everything today, you sharing your energy, your time with me. Let's bring those thumbs to that third eye. The yogi in me honors the yogi in you. I hope that you continue this day forward, unleashing any additional stagnant energy and really receiving the joy, abundance, creativity, and pleasures and all of the gifts that life has for you. I bow to you and namaste. Thank you again so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I look forward to flowing and practicing with you again so soon.